Everything I said to you, you don't have any rebuttal to anything I said to you.
Anger, bitch, you don't know me.
You do not have any rebuttal.
You're angry with me.
Can
I speak to Ricardo?
Gothics and Queen.
Thank you, Gothics. No, can I ask you a question though, for real, Ricardo?
Can I go next?
So rebuttal, girl.
I minored in Caribbean studies in my university, right? There were two different majors and minors, two different departments. There was a Caribbean studies department and there was an African American black studies department. Why is that?
Repeat.
Why were there two different departments?
What were the
Caribbean studies department, a Caribbean studies department, and a black African American studies department.
Let them have it. Of course, yeah, right. Because there's different histories, different cultures.
The slave shift.
So listen. So my point is this. Thank you for the gifts. My point is this. This is my point, right? I understand where she's coming from. Of course, the colonizer made that division. Of course, and chattel slave.
You muted yourself, Bull?
No, I got a call. Chattel slavery happened. Nobody's denying that. Then Jim Crow happened. Nobody's denying that. The division, the word Negro, nobody's. It's fucking terrible. I even came up on this panel today and I said chattel slavery was the worst slavery ever, like between the two chattel slaveries. I even came up here and said that, right? Right? So what I am saying is, and she could never answer my question. I don't understand. How do you come into that? That your family came from Nicaragua. How do you come into that?
How do I come into what? Be specific about your question.
To that idea of this racial caste system in America.
Okay, let me answer. I explained that in the beginning. I explained to you that when the whites and Spaniards came over to Central America, they created a caste system. Within that caste system is the word
racial caste system. I've been talking about the racial caste system as we know it today. I've been talking about that since yesterday, and nobody could fucking answer it.
I'm answering. You don't let people answer. You're not letting anybody answer.
So you're not letting white people, as Caucasian, African American, black. Did they do that back in the Spaniard time? Did they say African American black?
They had a. Yes, they did. There was the term negro.
They did African American black. Because when did the term African American start in America? Did it start with the Spaniards?
The African diaspora is not just in America. The African diaspora is also in Central America, South America, and the Caribbean islands.
I never said that. Never said that. I know that.
It's not exclusive to America.
I know that. What I am saying to you is how it is divided. Listen, and stop fucking talking. How it is divided today, which is a racial caste system, including 5 racial categories. Do you know what they are?
I just told them to you. Are you listening?
No, today, not from Spaniard time, because it wasn't the same in Spaniard time. How we know it
so how is it divided today? How is it divided today?
Bro.
Is it
tell me?
Tell you specifically on here?
I'm gonna tell you
how is it divided?
Racial. Let me do it. Racial classes in America today. Let me tell you, so that I'm gonna read it to you.
She actually has no valid information. She doesn't read
whites, right? Whites. Black or African American.
Information.
Wait, white. This is how it's divided today. Listen, everybody, listen. White, black, or African American.
All right. I don't know if she left herself or she got kicked off, but if she wants to come back, she can. Okay, I do want to say something before I let Brianna go ahead next. When somebody comes up here and addresses somebody else on the panel, that's going to be now a debate and or discussion between those two. None of you, the rest of you, open your mic thinking you got to input. You see how I don't even get in there? That's between them. Somebody comes up and addresses somebody else, let them go ahead. That's none of our business. Now, after they're done, if the next person wants to go ahead and address somebody, that's between both of you. But go ahead, Brianna.
I really wish she was still up here because I do empathize with her, because I was like that yesterday when there was a panel about what the similarities are between West African culture and Black American culture. And as somebody who's very prideful of their culture and is very egotistical, it took me a while to really sit with it and know, like, okay, like, there are similarities. So
Because they're the viewers.
Yeah, but you're talking to me. This is the problem I have with you,
I have an
Ricardo.
audience that's listening.
This is the problem I
and taking
have with you,
notes.
Ricardo. This is the problem I have with you, Ricardo.
Mira, no. Mira,
and I'm always
escucha,
gonna call
I'm
it
gonna tell
out.
you
You know, I'm
something
gonna
real
call it
quick.
out, and then you're gonna get mad.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I'm gonna tell you something real quick about me. I don't know how much you know about me.
I know a lot.
Okay.
I do.
What I do?
I know you wrote a book, that you used to do lectures, and then you started talking about Dominicans because you got people in your life that were talking about Dominicans in a certain way, and then you had a black Dominican girlfriend, and then you started to talk about Dominican. I know all of that.
Okay.
I know all of that.
What I'm gonna say is
a Dominican girlfriend that identified with race. So you believed everything she said on her side. I know this.
what I'm gonna say. Okay,
Like,
great.
am I lying or am I flying?
Great. Let me tell you what I was gonna say.
I'm not flying.
Let
But
me tell you what I was
anyway,
gonna say. So the reason why the audience is important to me is because I didn't used to do lecture. I still go to schools. I do presentations on colorism and racism.
But you see how I knew that, right?
Está bien, because I have videos
Not
of
many
me doing
people
it
know
on
that, though.
TikTok.
But you see
I
how I
have
know you
videos on my
had a Dominican
TikTok.
girlfriend too that was poor, that whose parents did
Espérame.
not, that
Blah, blah, blah.
she was
Listen,
black and all
listen.
that shit. I know all that.
Listen, okay, thank you. Now, with that said, so I don't do this. I know a lot of people do this for entertainment purposes. I do this for educational purposes. So it's important to ask questions and get responses, even if
You're being biased.
What? Because I'm asking you questions.
No, you know why? Because you're not accepting my answer.
I accepted your answer.
No, you're not. You want me to say what you want me to say, Ricardo.
I
Like,
asked you a question and you answered it, and I'm going to the next.
honestly, if I was here and I was saying something like, yeah, I got treated way better than Saida's family because she's darker and that's what you want me to say, but that's not the reality, because the reality is classism.
I want you.
She could have been richer than me in DR. I could have been richer than her.
I want you to say your truth, and I want the
I'm telling you my
audience-
truth.
I want to. Great. That's what all I want. And I want the audience to listen so they could understand why shit is how it is. Now, with that said.
So now it's a classism issue. Now, do you want to have a discussion about the classism issue?
Okay.
Because if it's not about race, nobody wants to talk about it.
Let me ask my question. The last one.
Go ahead.
Okay. Why is it? And I want it from you, and tell me the truth.
I got you.
Cool. Why is it that every single time, and I mean, I swear to God, every time that a Dominican comes up that is prieta como ella, that's darker skinned like her.
That's a fucking slur right there.
Hold on.
That's a big ass slur.
Listen. Why every single time that a Dominican that comes up that's darker skinned, the comment section of Dominicans always says, she's not even Dominican, she looks Haitian. Why? Please.
You know why?
Why?
You're gonna have to ask them, because I don't do that. I don't do that. What do you want me to tell you? It could be because of the fact that she can pass for Haitians, just like fucking majority of our island can. What are you talking about? And you have to look at the person saying it. Are they a light-skinned Dominican? There is colorism. I never denied it.
That's all I wanted from you. Thank you very much.
When have I denied that, Ricardo? When have I denied that?
Thank you very much.
Is that people, listen, honestly, I'm going to talk from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, people are misconstruing my argument, right? Because people listen to the fact, because Dominicans are is a meme. Being a Dominican, how disrespectful is this? Being a Dominican has been brought down to a meme. The I know black-eyed Dominican shit, right? That's disrespectful as hell. So Dominicans are definitely going to always be on high alert when it comes to that. I used to host lives about this, right? Like, how disrespectful is it that somebody does that? At the end of the day, if I call myself, if a Haitian is calling themselves black, right? I could also call myself black because we're pretty much the same makeup, right? But because I don't say the word black, the word that was put on by colonizers in America, listen to this.
Just like Dominicans.
Listen to this, but that is our history.
May I respond, please?
That's not your history. That's not our history in America.
Okay.
My family came here in the 60s. That's not our history in America. That's Black Americans' history. We took on that history due to the pandering from the government because they want us in categories. Please understand this. Please. They want us to feel like this. They want us to do this. And when I say black as a culture. Black is a culture. Black is a culture. Black is a culture. Not a freaking color. It's a culture.
Okay.
Just like Haitian, just like Dominican, just like Mexico. Like, come on, man.
I'm gonna pause you now.
Saying.
Okay, great. So there's another Dominican here. I'm gonna ask her a question too. Pause yourself, please. Please, Bull. Okay, now let me go up there to another Dominican. Okay. Hello, ma'am. How you doing?
I live for this.
I'm gonna ask you a simple question, and I want you to be honest.
Okay.
And I know you will. Okay? Why is it that someone who's Dominican that looks like you, that is darker, that a lot of other Dominicans in the comment sections tell you things like she don't even look Dominican, she looks Haitian? Go ahead.
Because they cannot accept blackness as being Dominican. It's just like, let me give you a great current example. Okay? I was watching the Olympics. And again, I know about all of these. This is why I don't engage with a lot of Dominicans, because they're going to be like, oh, you're Haitian. And this is only happening online. I digress. So I'm watching the Olympics. And I'm watching Mireille, the girl that won the first gold medal for the Dominican Republic. She looks like me. Okay? Dark as me, hair like mine, you know? And in my mind, I was like, oh, they're going to celebrate her because she won. If she hadn't won, who knows what they would be saying? Like, le iban llamar Haitiana, whatever.
You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid for that. You're dumb for that, bro.
Listen. Let her
This
say
is the
her
ignorance,
truth.
bro. She's indoctrinated.
No,
This is the
mira.
ignorance.
We're not. Listen. Hold on, Zaira. Well, I'm gonna say this. When somebody's sharing their struggle and also their views, we're not gonna diminish, and we're not gonna invalidate them. Just like I don't invalidate what you say, also, Bull. Okay? Do I agree, Bull? Claro que no, pero no te lo invalido tampoco. Okay? We're gonna allow her to say her truth to the full. Go ahead.
Thank you. It's just like the lady from the Congo was saying. You know, like, you cannot, this is, and I keep saying, this is exactly what the colonizers wanted. This is how you cause people to be against each other. This is why they bring up immigration in every election in this country. It's because if the what do you call it? The proletariat knows their truth and knows their history, you cannot control them. You cannot control people who know who they are and who love who they are as a people. That's why I'm black. That's why I say I'm black with my whole chest. And 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have even have said that, because I had people constantly telling me. I even had white people my whole life saying, oh, you're not like them.
Right.
What kind of stuff does that do to your head? You know what I mean? Like, and again, this is part of white supremacy. It is. If you really don't understand that these are literally the same people from 500 years ago, their kids are now benefiting from all of the things that they stole, while we're sitting here talking about who's lighter and who's darker like a bunch of idiots. And it is anti-black to not let black people speak their truth.
Yep. It's
anti-black because you don't think that because I'm a black woman, I should be able to speak.
Yep. And that's a big part of our history. Always silencing black women.
Find me a fucking river, honestly.
See, exactly, because she's racist. Well, actually, she's not racist. She's prejudiced because
watch your mouth. You better watch your mouth. Just because you learned 5 minutes.
Be quiet.
Just because you learned 5 minutes ago who you are. Don't come at me like that.
Let
her speak. Let her speak.
Don't do that. Everybody else mute. Let her finish. Everybody mute. I'm going to start taking people down.
Thank you. Because, again, anti-blackness comes from the fact that colonizers did this on purpose to the people who were in chattel slavery, to the indigenous people. They still, and that's why I brought up England earlier. This black kid stabbed somebody. Now all black people are bad because they never look at us as individuals. They're only looking at our color, and they're only looking at us to serve. And it's actually not that different for white people, because white people came here from Europe because they were being treated as slaves.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They had kings. They were being treated that way. They came over here and they brought that same mindset from the people they were trying to get away from. Educate yourself. And I'm sorry, but if you don't get involved, if you are a person of color and you come to the United States, or you're even born here, and you're gonna say that you're not getting involved in any types of black issues or issues of people of color, you should not vote. Don't vote.
Who the fuck said that?
You.
I didn't.
Déjala que acabe, por favor.
Thank you very much. Because that's, and again, this is what we're told when we come here by other people in the diaspora. Oh, why did we come here and we got ahead before all these black people? You don't even understand. It's like we've gotten to the point where if you come here and you are black, you should try to understand black Americans. This has been a long fight, and they have fought for every single person who comes to this country and is not white. That fight came from them, and we should respect that. And I'm proud to be black, and I will speak up whenever I feel like it. Thank you, Ricardo.
Love you, Saya.
Civilized right now.
Oh, because I'm black? Is that what you're saying?
No, not because you're black. It's because you're a bitch. That's why. Because you're an asshole.
Oh, okay.
That's why. All right. So let me respond. Can I respond? Oh, you're shaking your head to that, but you're not shaking your head to what she said about me, right?
Te van a bajar, por eso I'm shaking my head.
Oh, because you think I'm gonna get kicked? Okay, let me take a lap, but let me talk as soon as I come back. No, actually, you know what? I'm okay. I have many accounts. So listen, Ricardo, everyone on the panel. Here we have a situation because she came up here. She literally has been trying to get up here since yesterday. I literally blocked her yesterday so that she didn't see I was in this live. Because they stalk me and they're obsessed with me, right? Right? This is what happens. So she said that I said the most dangerous place for a black baby is in a black woman's womb. And then she wanted to follow that up with saying that I didn't have facts, because she knew that the first thing I was going to say is that she's saying this without context. This is I already clocked them. She knew that was going to be my defense to this, so she tried to get ahead of it. Mind you, I said that because of the abortion statistics. She don't want to say that though. And to be clear, she's never heard me say this. I said this back in September of 2022. And when a black woman with balls, right, who actually got offended by it, because what you're doing right now, honey baby, is spewing hate, right? You're spewing hate, and you keep on saying this because you think you're gonna get a rise out of me. When that woman, who her name is Vicky, came to me and I had a conversation with her on the phone, and she told me that she did not like that statement coming out of my mouth, and I respectfully had a conversation with her, and I said, you know what, Vicky, I will never say it again. You know why? Because I don't need to say that to make my point. And we had a conversation woman to woman, right? But because you want to keep bringing it up, even though I haven't said that since September of 2022, you want clout, right? And you're coming to a live with 1,100 people to get that clout, right? It's not going to work, because you know me. If you know me by now, girl, you know that nothing you're going to say is going to get to me.
I'm not a girl, I'm a woman.
Yeah, if you know me by now, woman, right? They send you up here like a pet.
No one sent me up here. They sent
you up here like a pet to see if you can get to me. To see if you it's Honey Baby's turn today.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's Honey Baby's turn. I'm not gonna speak. I have to defend myself. Let me defend myself.
I'm gonna be honest. She said she defends herself. She said she defends herself.
Shut up.
But she comes to the live with black
Shut up. Nobody cared. Nobody cared when you came up here.
And nobody cared. And calls us
nobody cared. Go back to your space.
This is the reason why she's over here with y'all.
This is about Dominicans and Haitians. What are you doing here?
May I speak?
This is about Dominicans
You
and
can, ma'am.
Haitians. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? This is about Dominicans and Haitians. What are you doing here? Okay?
My people
Shit.
are from Barbados.
Fucking shit. You don't give a fuck about no Haitians. You don't give a fuck about Dominicans. What are
I
you
love
doing
everyone.
here? What are you doing here?
Everyone,
What
I love
except the
everyone.
person who puts you in your place for being ignorant. Because you know what
No,
you've done?
you can't
know what
even-
you've done
you-
before, honey baby?
I'm
You know
not-
what
I'm
you've
not gonna
done?
argue,
Do you know what
but
you've done? Do you know what
it's
you've
the
done?
point
Talked about my
of-
kids. You've talked about my children many times.
Never.
That's how disgusting you are.
So do you have proof
Okay?
in the receipts
I
that
do
I
have
did
proof,
this?
but this is not the
Okay,
lie
so
for that.
can you show it?
This is not the lie for that.
Thank
What
you.
What is your thirsty ass up here for?
Or what
Nobody
are you
called
up here
for you.
for? Because it
Nobody
seems the
called
comments,
for you.
nobody
This is a
wants you.
Dominican and Haitian live.
Well, the host let me up, and I appreciate
Okay,
it.
because the
Thank
stupid
you.
other girl wanted you to come up here. Why?
What's
Because you're
stu-
probably in her DMs. You're probably one of the ones
Whose
who said that
DMs?
to you. Probably said, "Yo, this is the person, guys. This is when that girl Style yesterday came up here and lied about what I said. In
I don't
Nacho's
even
live.
know who
This
Styles
is her.
is.
This is the one who said
I
that
don't
to
know
her in
who
her
that
DMs.
is.
I guarantee you.
No,
So then
no, I didn't.
why are you telling? Why did she say, "Let Honey Baby up"? Why did she say that?
Because I added her and said,
Oh, because you
"Can I
added her.
come up?"
You're not low, girl. You're not low. And this is why I say the
What is
things I
low?
say. Because it's not Latino men that
It's-
are after me. It's not Latino men and women who attack
Black
me.
men are not
It's
after
not
you
white men and
either.
women who attack me.
And
It's
no,
you,
that
motherfucker.
you attack us. You come in
No,
our
nobody attacks
space
you. No,
and
I
then make
defend
it
myself.
seem that we attack
I defend
you.
myself.
You do not defend yourself when you come in calling us
I
animals
defend myself.
and calling our space
I defend
the
myself.
trap
And what did you
house,
call me
the
before
ghetto.
that? What did you call me before that?
I called you Queenbull.
No, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. You all,
What did-
everybody
what did
knows
I
you're
call
fake.
you, hun?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Girl,
Yeah.
bye.
So
Bye.
yeah, she'll come
Bye.
to our space
Bye.
and our
Bye.
space
Oh, yeah,
because
bye.
it's a
You're a
black
liar.
Pause real
space.
quick, honey.
You're a liar.
Honey, pause
It's
real
a
quick, honey.
ghetto space or the
Yeah, you're a
trap
liar.
house.
You're a liar.
Honey, pause. Yeah.
Thank you.
Te voy a bajar. Sube otra vez. Es que te van a bloquear ahorita.
Déjame para atrás, ¿ok? Por
Dale.
favor.
Can I say something?
No, we taking turns, baby. Okay, give me a second. We're gonna let
Can I finish up?
the person next to Honey go.
Okay. Honestly, I just had a few words for her because she's been hella rude to everybody, especially everybody who was speaking, who had the chance to speak. Like, that is not right at all. Especially the fact that she's over here calling everybody stupid just because they don't agree with her. And it just makes us Latinos look bad. Literally. They're going to be saying, oh, Latinos are racist now.
I don't know what that means. It makes us Latino look bad. Who is this us and who is included? Am I included in this?
Because of her. No, because
Right,
of
right.
her.
But who
Because
is
of her. Like,
included?
she's so anti-black, and like Honey Baby said, like, why is
that's
she in
it.
panels? Why is she in panels where it's like everybody is black and you're still talking? You feel me? If you don't like people of color, just say that. Just say that. You feel me? Like, you don't have to be here, be so rude with everybody. She has to let people speak too. You feel me? And it's like, she calls everybody stupid, and the fact that I've been listening to everything she's been saying in here, she's so ignorant as hell. And it's like, you don't even have to be.
Color, what are you talking
You don't
about?
even have to be. You don't even have to be black. You don't even have to be black to know that she's being hella rude to everybody. Literally, that are people of color.
Listen to what I'm gonna tell you real quick. If people come on here, because I don't know how long you've been here, and the rest of you, I opened this box, and I think to the left has been here since the beginning. Oli has been here since the beginning. I think DVP has been here since the beginning. I literally open this and I start an educational conversation. Now, there's people that come, and if other people come to address and start bringing up other shit that happened somewhere else, hey, listen, my intention is always educational, pero si van a estar aquí peleando. So anyway, with that said, anything else you want to say? I don't know what your name is. I can't read the letters in there.
Why are you so anti-black?
Okay, there you go. Address her. Go ahead.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
That's a question to me. So I've already stated my position with facts that I don't believe in the social construct of race. And I also don't, when I say I don't believe in the social construct of race, what that means is I don't call myself black, not because I don't think, not because I hate black people who identify as black, but because I don't believe in the racial social construct, the social construct that it is. And if you don't like that, I really am sorry. I don't know what to say to you to make you feel better in your feelings, but I am a woman of color. Okay. And you coming up here and stating this with your privilege, because you look like you're way lighter than me. Okay. With your privilege.
What does the skin on my color have to do with
Excuse me. I'm not done. You asked me a question and I'm answering you. So I don't know if you also want clout and you also coming up here to check me, but I'm uncheckable.
You do need to
just so you know. Just so you know, I'm uncheckable. I am uncheckable.
You do need
She
to be
doesn't. She doesn't.
I'm not gonna
She does
change.
not
So you're
identify as
wasting your
black.
time. You are
But
wasting
she
your
does
time.
not like.
Just because you don't like what I say and it gets in your feelings, it's not my fault that you allow a stranger on the internet. It's not my fault that you allow a stranger on the internet that you don't know get to you. I'm actually defending myself when I'm talking to people. So it's not my fault that you don't like a stranger in the internet that you allow to hurt your feelings. That is not even addressing you. You're not gonna make a fucking dent in the problem, girl. Are you Haitian or Dominican? Are you Haitian or Dominican?
I don't have to be either.
Are you Haitian or yes you do? Yes you do. Are you Haitian or Dominican? Are you Haitian or Dominican?
I'm just voicing my opinion.
So why did you come up here? Nobody cares about your opinion.
I don't care if you don't care.
Okay, so I don't care. You don't care. We are at a crossroad. Now you can leave.
You're so fucking rude.
Okay, I'll be rude. I know I'm rude. Now what?
Honestly, I don't.
Let's move on. Are you gonna change me? Do you have any constructive criticism to change me?
Why you even on the panel though?
Because I want to. Because it's a free country, and Ricardo's my mutual, and I was here yesterday. Now I'm here today. Now what is your point? Why are you policing his life?
Dramatica.
Why? Okay, I'll be dramatic.
I'm gonna pause right there real quick.
I'll be dramatica.
I want to pause right
now
there.
What? What are you doing for the world?
Hey, listen real quick, Bull. Espérame, tú también, girl on top. With that said, why are you policing his life? Please, nobody in the comment section police my lives or attempt to, because I will block you immediately. I am perfectly fine with you having different opinions, disagreeing with whoever you want. But if you come in here in the comment section and I see Ricardo, can you block? No, this is not your live. This is mine. If you don't like it, you could leave, but don't go in the comment section and tell me how to run my live. Whenever you don't like this live, bye. Anyway, I'm gonna let Divine go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm Puerto Rican. Just want to make that stated very clear. So before I even talk, is this just a Haitian and Dominican panel? I just need to know because I don't want to continue if not.
No, this is a panel for anybody that want to come up. No, okay. I'm Mexican. So anybody could come up. I don't care who they are. If you have a subject, anything you want to talk about regarding colorism or racism, what we usually talk about here, or if you heard somebody, if you listen to anybody here say something and then you heard something that maybe you want to correct, go ahead. Okay. Well, earlier I heard you mention something about Luisa in Puerto Rico and... Me? Yeah. Was not in that. I'm just saying. Okay, go ahead. You said that that we were not of three, a combination of three, and that's not what makes Puerto Ricans. Am I mistaken, or did I misunderstand? I said that Puerto Rico is a nationality, and just because you are born there doesn't mean that you are these three ethnic backgrounds. That's exactly what I said, and I stand by that. Okay. Do you mean like if there's Chinese there, if there's Indian there? Okay, well that can happen in any country, literally. And that's exactly what I said after that. Right. The Puerto Rican culture, nationality. I'm Puerto Rican, but I was born in New York. I wasn't raised there either. I was raised actually with Mexicans. Excuse me. And I know Mexicans are very prideful. And also we are prideful too. For our own reasons and for our own reasons that we have been held back from. But I would say for the most part, if Puerto Rico is of the three, it is of the three. No. Not everybody. Obviously, if a Chinese migrates there, just like in Mexico. With that said, we're talking about the actual culture, where it goes back to. We're not talking about practicalities of maybe somebody else. How far back do you want to go back? Go ahead, go back. If we go all the way back, then it's just Native American culture, period.
Right, but that didn't evolve that way. That didn't evolve out of Puerto Rico. I'm talking about what evolved out of Puerto Rico, which is the whole combination of everything that went down in Puerto Rico. And I'm sure everybody's heard it a million times now with everything that's going on with Mr. You know who. But the actual Puerto Rican culture evolved from the three. Yes, there is a part of Puerto Rico that is more black, and there is a part of Puerto Rico that has more indigenous.
The mainstream culture of Puerto Rico is made up of these three influences. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I thought you were saying no, and I was like, I just need to know, because
absolutely,
this just, I mean, obviously, but I didn't think. I mean, I was on my cousin's panel, and I'm always am at 9:00. We go to Nikki Babies. And we never go to a point where people are talking their personal stuff back and forth. It doesn't become, it's not letting the panel be productive so that we can get some things across. And I'm just blown away, honestly, about the personal battles back and forth about whatever people have gone through. And I'm not saying it's your fault, Ricardo. I'm just blown away. I just had to say that. Yeah, a lot of people disrespecting each other. Not a lot, a few people disrespecting each other. And guys, if we want to get some points across and we want to make some facts and help evolve this whole thing that's going on already, we need to leave the personal stuff out, A
lot of personal stuff gets included.
It's like when the cops say, "Oh no, sorry, that's civil," because it could be handled other ways. I don't think that a panel that has this many people on it should even have that kind of thing going on in it. And you in your panel, your intentions are amazing, Ricardo. I just wanted to tell you that. I just was blown away about the personal things going on between two people there, and then it was another girl that was not even bothering. She was just saying that, the disrespect that was going on. But this is not for that. If I'm correct, what exactly is this, Ricardo, for? What is the whole purpose?
What social media?
This panel right here.
I don't know. Go look at my content.
Isn't it for educational purposes?
Go look at my content. What does it look like on my content? Are you familiar to me, or are you new?
I've just briefly looked at it, and I was intrigued by. I had seen your panel before, and I liked it before. It's changed a little bit though. So I said, I would like to go on there and just ask him, like, what is objective on this panel? What is the subject? Other than personal stuff that goes on.
There's never a subject. It's all sorts of subjects. That's why I allow anybody to come up.
It's new up here anymore, so they just dropped.
Just wait. If you want to stay there, be patient. If not, you could drop.
So you guys are sitting here watching this live, and you're seeing how he's orchestrating all of this. And to the Haitian women on the panel.
So you mean to tell me you're up here complaining about the way the live is run? You have your own TikTok. Go run your own. I don't get it. Don't complain about the way this shit is run. This is weird. Go do your own. That's the weirdest shit ever. Sorry. Who was next? That's so strange for people to get mad because somebody else's life is not being run like how they want it. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. And I'm going to block everybody that's complaining about that. That's so weird. I've never gone in my whole life. First of all, I don't go to other people's lives. I got my own shit over here. But I don't go out to other people's shit and tell them how to run their shit. I run my own live. So who's next?
I just want to be objective.
I'm gonna let Oli go. Yeah.
I just want to be objective because I always want to listen, and me and you are the only guys here. So what I do want to say is that I did see a panel full of women, and a lot of the times when everybody here is indeed a woman of color, but I definitely heard a lot of talking points that I feel was very derogative towards women of color and women in general, right? And I feel like these conversations and these point of views always come up because we don't understand that we continue to be used and tooled by anti-Black and I want to specify white supremacist talking points, from everything that I kept hearing from the names being used, like cockroaches to what's the other one? I think someone called someone a dog. I understand that everybody is talking from a point of view where they're emotional and they want to attack people and do that. But at the same time, we're deliberately, and I don't know if we're consciously doing it, but subconsciously, we're definitely using a lot of stuff that white supremacists use against us to hurt us and to denigrate us. And we're out here repeating it. And that, especially as women of color, it makes me seem like, okay, from the outside looking in, because I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman, obviously, and I don't want to speak from the point of view of a woman. But from the outside looking in, what I see is not pleasing, and it doesn't allow your points to get across if everybody who is speaking is not only berating each other, but disrespecting each other in the same way that they don't want to be disrespected. And, I get the point of defending who we are. I get the point of, and I don't want to speak to anyone in particular at this point. I'm done. I don't want to even go back and forth. I'm not challenging nobody. I don't have the energy to go back and forth with anyone. I just want everyone in general to understand that when you do speak like that and represent certain things, people do look at you and they hold those things about you. And then they're going to continue to do these things and think it's okay to say these things to other people. And ultimately, while we're trying to dismantle colonialism and we want to dismantle anti-Blackness and dismantle the erasure of indigenous people and stuff like that, we're contributing to it at the same time by perpetrating the same things and those ideologies that were pushed on us. So that was just one of the things I wanted to highlight on that. I do want to say that I know there was a point of view that did come up about, the three groups or the three major racial groups or things that make up Puerto Ricans and stuff. I don't want to offend anybody. And I also don't think the people who were talking about that was doing it in a space to try to offend people. I think what happens is that as we do educate ourselves more and as we learn more, we do tend to start to absorb things, and we have the choice of whether or not we want to dismantle things that we were previously taught. With that being said, for many countries in Latin America, specifically the Latin American Caribbean, it is almost like a very umbrella term to just say, yes, we're a part of the three. We're African, European, and indigenous, or some people might say we're white, Black, and Taino, whatever the case is. But I think what happens is that when you do make those umbrella terms, what happens is as you learn about genetics, as you learn about the peoples and the history of people, you do understand that genetics does not equal genealogy. You have to understand that for many people who are a part of the islands, they did not just come from three places. You have to understand that there was contributions from Jews. There was contributions from the Guanche people who were native of the Islas Canarias before they came to the Americas. You have to understand that there were so many Berbers. There were so many different kind of groups, North African groups, so many different Middle Eastern people who participated in the admixture of what we call today Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, all these places, Asian people who came. So when people are saying, hey, when you say when you just say, yeah, we're a part of the three, you have to understand that you're effectively erasing a lot of people in your country as well. When you're just saying, hey, we're just part of the three. I understand historically, I do understand why it is so. Because yes, those were the three major racial groups, and for those people who don't believe in racial groups, those were the major, I want to say, territories of the world that did make part of those countries. Yes, I understand that. But there are massive migrations of so many other people that do incorporate who you are today. So as a nationality, I think it's smarter for us to move forward and not just simply try to umbrella term everybody underneath just those.
That is not true.
So collaboration is the key word here. Collaboration is the key word.
Everybody else, mute yourself. You're next.
Yeah, I'm having a civilized discussion with DBP. So collaboration is the key word here, right? I'm not saying that it was purely Puerto Ricans. I'm not saying that it was purely Jamaicans. I'm not saying that it was purely African Americans, because when people live amongst each other in a community, there are collaborations, right? It's not to shit on any other culture or any other people. It is a fact.
Can you tell me where jazz come from?
That's that's part of Black American culture.
But
as far as I know,
where is it from?
As far as I know, it's from Black American culture.
You need to search more. Okay,
Okay,
ma'am?
I will do
You
that.
need to search more because if you like you like. Okay, my last one, and I'm gonna get off to of somebody else to go. This one, and I know you're gonna go live in for this one.
Yeah,
It's
go ahead.
okay.
I'm chill. I'm tired. I'm gonna chill.
Listen, you be getting mad about the P word about the Dominican woman.
P?
Prostitution.
Oh, I know there's prostitution in DR. I've said it. I've said there was, but I don't like being called a prostitute. That's
Okay.
what I was mad about.
Don't you think that is hypocrite when you going off on a thing that's a really well known for that?
I know that.
You have
I know there's
celebrities
prostitution. There's
talk
prostitution
about
everywhere.
it.
But there's
But
prostitution everywhere.
why do you get mad? Why do you?
Because I was called the
Like
prostitute.
you don't want us to say that. Oh, they are not.
Wait,
but it's well
ma'am.
known for
DBP, hold on a second. Hold on. Like I said before, when I was on this platform, immediately after I went up and they knew I was Dominican, they started talking about the P word in that platform, right? That's when I took it personal, and I even said, don't do that to me. I'm a married woman. Like, that's not me. But I absolutely know there's a problem with prostitution in the Dominican Republic. Are you kidding? Of course I know that.
I understand, but why? If it's not you, why did you go off like that? Don't be talking about us like that. Oh, we're not this, we're not that.
Because
I feel it's very hypocrite.
if somebody
of your
called
end.
Haitian women prostitutes, you
But if
tell
we
me that
have-
you wouldn't flip
have
out.
That issue, if we have that
You're
issue,
flipping
at
out for
home,
less. You're literally
let me tell
flipping
you
out for
something.
less.
No. If we Haitian is one people that will stay true to themselves. If we have the issue of a prostitution in our country, we want to say yes, we have that issue. It's the same way when they talk about the gang in our country. You don't see us deny it. We
Well,
don't
gang and
deny
prostitution
what
is
the
two different
world
things, girl.
knows about us. We do not deny what
Gang
the world knows
and
about
being
us.
called a
And we do not
prostitute,
go and
as a
fight
woman,
people
being called a
over that.
prostitute and gang is totally different. Don't do that.
Listen to me. Listen.
Don't do that. Don't
No,
police my
listen.
responses.
The thing
Do
is,
not
it's
police
just
my
like-
response.
No, it's not. I'm saying it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. But it is so hypocrite of you when you know that when you know we're not talking to you directly, saying that you are one of them. But you know Susa, that you know that's the way they say it.
Sosua.
Susua, whatever. And then you know celebrities be saying they're going over there for that. A lot of people going, the pastor bro go over there for that.
Yeah, I think the men are
all
worse.
well
I think the men are
known.
worse.
It's all well known.
I
but
know.
you come here on a platform going at us, going crazy, going.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have this discussion with you because
going ballistic over something.
no.
Well
I'm not
known.
gonna have my response being policed when immediately after I went on the
Nobody is
live.
being policed,
Excuse
but
me,
I'm just
DPP.
pointing out
DPP. You already
hypocrite.
spoke. You already spoke. Let me
Ricardo,
respond.
thank
Let me
you
respond.
for having me on the platform. I will get down to watch the rest of the live, and that's all I have to say for today.
Okay, so can I respond now for 2 seconds, 2 minutes?
You know you're welcome
2
to come
minutes.
back, TP.
2 minutes, Ricardo. Okay, so once again, when I come on a platform that's not speaking about prostitution in Dominican Republic, and then I come up on this platform and they see I'm a Dominican woman and I speak as a Dominican woman, and then they start spewing the prostitution slurs and they're saying all this stuff about Dominican women, I'm going to be able to discern, right, that they are saying this because I am there, right? And I will always 24/7, 365, twice on Sunday, defend myself and the women of my country, even though we're not perfect, because I know for a fact that any Haitian woman, if that situation happened, all hell would have broke loose. I know that, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I find it very weird that a woman is coming up here and faulting me for defending myself after a prostitution slur was thrown at another woman for absolutely no reason. I think that's sick, actually. All right? Because I would have defended her if that happened on a platform of mine. I would have 100% defended her. So that's all I have to say. That's why I did it, and I'll do it again and again and again and again.
Ándale pues. Honey, if you're listen, honey, before you go, if you're gonna address her, she's gonna open her mic, okay? Go ahead.
Oh, I understand. Yes, sir. Thank you. And you had just talked about a slur, and you, Queenbull, you don't consider yourself African American? Am I correct?
I don't consider myself African American.
So you saying the N-word would be you saying a slur, would it not
No,
be?
the N-word with the hardy R is a slur, but if I grew up with hip hop, if I grew up in the culture of hip hop, no matter how much you guys don't like it, and I say the N-word with the A at the end, it's not a slur.
I don't think any form of saying the N-word.
Well, I don't care what you think.
Is would be, but you just got on someone for
prostitute is a slur. Prostitute is a slur because especially when it's used in music. Then you shouldn't be listening to hip hop. Then you shouldn't be listening to hip hop.
The N-word is a slur, regardless if it was in hip hop, if it was in jazz, if it was anything. But you, not being an African American woman, would be saying a slur when you say the N-word. Am I correct?
We appreciate your input.
Am I correct, ma'am?
Your input is not necessary.
So DBP was correct with you being a hypocrite.
If you feel that way, honey,
so you're a hypocrite when it comes to other races. But you, as a Dominican woman, can say the N-word, but it's not a slur.
Why don't you offer context?
When someone says a slur, when someone says a slur to you, you got bent out of shape, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so why the hypocrisy?
Why don't you try to stop hip hop? Why don't you try to stop hip hop?
It doesn't matter about the music.
It does matter.
I would
never say the hardy R. I actually come after people who ever do that. I have. Show me where I have. Now you're lying.
I'm confused. I'm like, no one. So you are a hypocrite.
No, now you're lying.
So you are a hypocrite.
Now you're lying.
Are you a hypocrite?
No, I'm not a hypocrite.
So and again, I have a hip hop enthusiast from the hip hop. From PBS.
From the hippity hop to the hippity hop.
Listen, and it wasn't made for Dominicans.
You're so ridiculous.
So ridiculous. It wasn't made for Dominicans.
Nobody cares.
So I'm asking, so why do you get to be a hypocrite? And can't nobody call Dominican women a prostitute?
You're here to spill up.
Why can't I call Dominican women a prostitute then?
You're harassing me.
Okay.
I don't come to their spaces anymore, Ricardo. Literally, I stayed away from their spaces.
I asked a question. Either if you say the N-word with the A or ER,
I blocked you.
It is still a slur, is it not?
I don't care what you think, honey baby. How about that?
It doesn't matter.
It does
because
matter.
You can be a hypocrite, but you want to call out people on their hypocrisy.
Nobody cares.
So when they said that Dominican people was coming to Haiti to be hoes, it was okay.
What's the capital of Haiti?
Made you mad.
What's the capital of Haiti?
But saying the N-word.
What's the capital of Haiti?
Port-au-Prince.
What's the capital of Dominican Republic?
Okay, it doesn't matter.
What's the capital of Dominican Republic?
Why can you be a hypocrite?
What's the capital of Dominican Republic?
Why, Queenbull? Why can you be a hypocrite, but you can call people out?
What's the capital of Dominican Republic?
But you got mad when people call you out. Am I correct? So you blocking this question just shows that your hypocrisy in saying the N-word is that you're a racist. You're anti-black.
My behavior's not going to change.
You don't like black people.
My behavior's not going to change.
It's okay because we see the ignorance in you.
My behavior's not going to change.
The ignorance is showing all of you.
My behavior's not going to change.
But as I land my plane, we see that she is anti-black and she feels that she can say the N-word without being a black person. But it's okay for her to be a hypocrite. Okay, Queenbull is a hypocrite.
It's patheticness. It's giving pathetic. It's giving anger.
Right.
It's giving I'm a loser.
Strawberry.
No problem, honey. I just kind of wanted to.
Can you leave, honey, baby? You're done.
To piggyback off of what's already been said. People can feel how they want to feel, but it is disrespectful. If you're going to call out somebody else for one thing but then do another, it's hypocritical. And then just as a young woman, as a mother, it's not about, if you're meeting somebody where they met you at, then how does that make you any better than the hate that you're spewing? Because when you say microaggressions, when you call people's panels traps and ghettos, how does that make you any better from what the initial assault was? And then
don't interrupt her. Don't interrupt her at all.
And I'm gonna remain respectful, because the same things I'm pointing out, I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm displaying that, and that's not easy coming from an Aries woman. So, like I said, you can feel how you want to feel, but then how are you going to call yourself a woman of color, but then proceed to bash and say disrespectful and out-of-pocket things about another group of women of color? I would never go out of my way, regardless of what the statistics shows, because we know that statistics often are not true or often don't paint an entire picture of an issue, to use that to say some very ignorant shit, because that's exactly what it was. To say that the most dangerous place for a baby is in a black woman's stomach is disrespectful. If you want to talk about that, we could talk about the medical racism that black women experience, if that's something that you wanted to highlight. But to say some shit like that is very disrespectful. And I get you might have found some statistics.
Let's debate it.
The same way Trump can go and pull statistics out his ass, same thing that you can. And I'm not going to debate about that, because it's not.
No, let's debate.
So
you want to debate? We could debate that. I'm not going to take it back. I'm not going to say
you don't have to take it back.
We might as well debate it.
I'm already aware that you don't know what accountability is. So that's why
I don't.
I'm up here stating my piece the same way everybody else stated their piece. I don't have the energy to go back and forth with a grown woman.
Yeah, because you don't know me. Because you don't know me.
Does not have any accountability.
Yeah,
I don't
you
care
don't know
to know
me.
you. I don't care to get to know you. I'm just saying my piece the same way everybody else stated their piece.
Here comes another one. Javon's here now. Oh my God.
So like I said, I'm going to say what I said again. It was ignorant. It was disrespectful. And as a woman of color, since you don't identify as anything else,
nobody cares. I don't care.
As anything else, then I'm going to say
about your feelings. I don't care about your feelings.
And I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the panel. That's what the panel's about. And obviously you're hurt if you want to continue to interrupt.
I'm not hurt. I think this is pathetic, actually.
And
I think this is extremely pathetic.
And I think the way you carry yourself as a grown woman is pathetic.
I don't care.
You do, because you're screaming in the mic.
It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change me.
It's giving bothered. It's giving
you're pathetic, because I'm still standing here after 7 hours.
Yeah, you're still standing.
I was literally the first person on this panel.
I bet you are. But like I said, it is giving pathetic.
And 95% of you have come up here to say a grievance with me, and I'm still here.
95% of who?
I still haven't dropped. And I'm about to turn my camera on to make you even more mad.
Baby, I don't want you to turn your camera on, because
I will in a minute.
Baby, I'm not bothered. I haven't even took the time to go to your page, so I really care about how you're conducting yourself as a woman.
Why do you care? Why do you care?
It's cool. You're bothered.
I'll
be bothered too.
What do you care what I do? What do you care what I do? Because I don't care what you do.
Shit on TikTok.
I don't give a shit what you do.
It's giving bothered.
I don't give a shit what you do, because what you eat doesn't make me shit, girl.
I'm gonna pray for you, and I'm going to
don't pray for me. Please don't pray for me. Please don't pray for me.
Please don't learn how to take accountability.
Please don't. I don't need that energy. I don't need that negativity.
It's negativity.
I don't need that negativity in my life. I don't need it in my life.
Black woman's body, but now you want to talk about negativity.
Okay, are you done, ma'am? Are you done, person that I don't know that has a problem with me?
And like I said,
is this person that I don't know done that has a problem with me?
Because you continue to overtalk. So I love that you're getting bothered.
You literally waited an hour to say this. You waited an hour to say this.
I sure did.
You did. That says a lot about you than it does about me.
So like I said, it's giving bother.
It says more about you than it does about me, girl.
No, because you won't even let me finish. But like
I don't care, because I don't want to hear you. I don't respect you.
You don't have to respect me.
Okay, I don't want to hear you.
You don't have to.
I'm laughing at you.
I'm glad you are. And then when you are, go look at my page.
I will never. I will never. I'm actually going to block you. Let me block you.
So bothered and
let me block your ass.
So jealous of you.
Let me block your ass.
We just
let me block your ass. I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you.
Like I said.
Like I blocked Honey Baby. Like I blocked Honey Baby.
You need a lot of accountability. You need a lot of
Honey Baby's been waiting since yesterday to come up on this panel.
To the point where you get up on TikTok
and spew hate. Girl, you cannot hurt me. Honey Baby's been up here. Has been trying since yesterday to come up here.
It's giving that you need to work through your whatever internal conflict you have going on.
It's giving crybaby.
Like I said, as a black woman, I would never go out my way.
It's giving I don't give a fuck.
I would never go out my way to back a whole other group of colored women.
It's giving go enjoy your Friday night.
Like I said,
Thanksgiving,
I'm
go
gonna
enjoy
pray
your
for
Friday
you.
night.
I'm gonna enjoy my Friday
Okay,
night,
goodbye.
just knowing that I just
Bye.
made you so bothered.
Okay, what did you want me to do? Cry and say, I'm so
No, I
sorry
don't want
to
you to do
disrespect
nothing.
the
I
black
hope
woman.
when
Is that what you
life
want me
and
to say?
karma catches that ass, that you would think back to the
Karma,
shit
girl,
that you
bye.
said.
I got
Because
the
like
powers.
I said, you don't know who you're talking to, and baby, the universe
I
does not
got
play
the
about me.
power.
So when your car does not
I
start,
got the
and when your
power.
car gets declined, don't
I
sit here
got
and be
the
confused as to
power.
why. Because
Remember,
like I
I'm
said, the universe
Dominican.
does not play about
Remember,
me.
I'm
This black
Dominican.
queen
Don't play
that you
with
are
me,
so
girl.
bothered
Remember,
by.
I'm
The
Dominican.
fact
Though
that
you
you
don't
want
want
to
to go
sit
down
up
that
and talk
road.
about a whole
You
group of
don't want
women
to
as
go
if
down
you've
that
done
road,
something personally
girl.
to
You don't
you.
want to go down
But
that
like I
road,
said,
girl.
when
You don't want to. I remember, I'm
when your
Dominican.
life is not
You don't
going the
want
way
to
it
go down
does,
that road,
and when
girl. You better shut
you're
up. You
upset
better stop
and you're
right
having your
here.
darkest moment, I hope you think back and you look like, damn, I
Imagine
shouldn't have said
fighting
the
with a
hateful shit I
stranger
said to
on the
black women.
internet
But like I
because
said,
your
I
feelings are
digress,
hurt.
and I pray for you. I pray for your
Thank
healing,
you.
and I
Thank
pray
you.
for
Pray
your
for me.
future
Pray
because
for
you're gonna
me.
need
Pray for
it.
me. Pray for me. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate
Can
you.
I say something real
Thank you,
quick?
girl.
No,
Mwah.
hold on. We're
Love
taking
you.
turns. We're taking
Love you
turns.
for
Okay, you
that.
guys.
If
Okay,
anybody
bet.
comes here to address her, then
You
she's
know
gonna
that's what it is.
respond.
Javon's here for that.
Espérame. We're gonna let Mari. Go ahead, Mari. Mari? Mary?
Yeah, I think it's Mary.
Mary's child?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. I just want to say that I love your page and I think you're doing a good job. The lady that's on here that's so angry, I feel sorry for her because, life is too short to be getting on something like this that can be recorded and your kids can hear this.
Kids are not on TikTok, girl. Bye.
They can get on TikTok, girl.
Yeah,
bye.
my kids know who I am. They know who I am. I'm not fake.
Well, that's
I'm
a
the same way
shame.
everywhere I go.
That's a shame because
My kids are
that same
strong. My kids are
hatred-
strong. Don't talk about my kids. Don't talk about my kids.
I'll talk
Don't
about
talk
what
about
I
my
want
kids.
to. I'll
Don't talk
what
about
I
my
want to.
kids.
Your kids
No, don't
are
talk about
going
my
to
kids.
see this later on, and they're going to
Don't
say,
talk
"My
about my
mom was
kids. That's not
nuts."
necessary for you
They're
to
gonna say,
say your
"My
grievance.
mom
You don't need to
was
talk about my
nuts,"
kids.
and that is crazy.
Because
Why would you
your
do
kids should
that?
be embarrassed about you
Why would you?
waiting on a
My kids
panel
are
for
grown,
hours
honey.
to
My
talk about
kids
a
are
stranger
grown,
you don't even
honey.
know.
My kids are grown, and my kids are
Okay,
good
so
and
you should be
God-fearing
embarrassed.
kids.
You should be
But
embarrassed, ma'am.
you need to get yourself together.
Okay, I haven't gotten
really
myself
do.
together according to your standard
Really
this
do
whole
because,
time.
and you know what? You're saying this because
You don't even know why you mad,
you're
girl.
on the
Bye. You don't
phone.
even know
You're
why
on
you
the
mad.
phone.
You
And
don't
if
even
you
know
were
why
in my
you're mad.
face,
Why are you mad at me?
if
Why are you
you
mad
were
at
in
me?
my, I'm
Why are
not
you
mad
mad at me,
at you.
Mary?
I'm not mad at you.
So then
If
why are
you
you
were in
coming
my
up here attacking
face,
me?
if you were in my face, you wouldn't be saying that.
Why?
But
Why?
this
What did I
is
do to you?
perfect for this is perfect.
What did I do to you?
This is a perfect
What
outlet
did
for
I
people
do
like
to
for
you?
cowards like you.
What did I do to you?
Find Jesus.
What did I?
Try
Jesus, I
Jesus.
have found him. What did I do to
Try
you?
Jesus.
What did I do to you, ma'am?
Jesus says you should love
Ma'am, what
God.
did I do to
And the second thing
you?
he
No,
says you
I
should
come
love
after
your brother
ignorant
as
ass people.
yourself.
I
And you're
come
not
after
doing
ignorant
that.
ass people.
You're
I
not
come
doing
after
that.
assholes.
I pray for your kids.
All right. Pray. Don't do that. Don't
You're
do that. Don't do
lost.
that. Don't
You're
do that.
lost. You're
Don't do that.
gone.
Please don't
It's
do
over
that.
for
Please don't do
you.
that. That's not necessary.
Over for you.
Come at me all
But
you
your
want. You can
kids,
come at me
they
all
are
you want. Don't talk
innocent.
about my kids.
And nobody deserves
I'm asking you
to have a
respectfully.
person
Do
like
not speak
you
about my
as
kids.
their mother. I'll talk
I'm
about your
asking you
kids
respectfully.
anybody I
Don't
want
speak
to.
about
He
my
talks
kids.
I'm
about
praying
other
for them.
people's
I'm
children.
I'm
praying for
asking you
them.
respectfully.
I'm
Don't
praying
talk
for
about my
them.
kids.
I'm talking about your kids because they need
Okay,
somebody
let
to
me
talk
mute then.
talk
Let me
to
mute.
them
I'll let you do
that
that.
has more sense than you have. You need to get yourself together. And I'm bowing out, but I'm so sorry that you have this woman that has taken over your whole conversation for 7 hours. How
Do you want to
crazy
know
is
why?
that? How crazy is
Do you want to
that?
know why?
Why?
Because everybody's apparently wanting to come to address her. You have the opportunity to come up and bring up an educational subject, but everybody's addicted to addressing her. I
Yeah,
wish
well,
you did.
I'm going, and you're such a nice guy, but I'm going to bow out of it because she is just a lost cause. But do join me in praying for her children because they need it.
You literally don't even know me.
All right.
You don't know me. That's how ignorant you sound.
We're going to Raised by Wolves.
You're disgusting.
Go ahead, Raised. Javon, you're next. Hang in there, buddy.
Hola, hey Ricardo, how you doing?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
You remember the last time that I was in your live and they put me down? They put me ¿cómo se llama? A little strike because because they said that I was driving the car.
I don't even know who you are.
Elena Luna.
Oh, you changed your name. Okay, how you
Yeah,
doing?
I had to. The stalker found me again.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a few questions. I don't know how to call her though. The YERR?
You're?
Year?
For reference, is I want you all to say it like "yer," like that. That's a New York thing.
So you're coming to address her?
Not to address,
No,
just
she's
to
gonna
ask
ask me
a few
questions.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a question for you. So like in Puerto Rico, we're taught immediately, like while we're growing up. I mean, it depends too, like where, in what part that you're born, right? But we're taught like how deep we carry African roots with us. And I heard you made a comment about music and hip hop was made by, I think it's the Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans. But the problem
I
with
said
that
a collaboration between African Americans, Puerto Ricans, and Jamaicans. That's what I said.
Okay, so for us, like when we are kids, we learn right away that a lot of our culture, our food, the way that we live comes from Africans.
I agree. 100%.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense just to say that it's from like Puerto Ricans, because we got everything, almost everything. Anything cool about us, it came from Africans.
Oh my God, nobody listens. Please, don't take this personal. Nobody listens though. Where are you? Raised by Wolves. That's been my argument the entire time. The problem is this. This is the problem. This is where we are at an impasse.
Dale.
People think that I'm referring to Black as a racial category in America, right? In the United States. I'm not saying that we are not African. Never have I said that. Never have I ever mentioned that, right? We are African. In the Caribbean, that's where slavery started. In the transatlantic slave, that's where it started.
I
want to walk away.
Black culture, right?
I want to walk away from the fact that we are not from the Caribbean, and we respect it. We love it. We love Black people. I love Black people. But Black, if you go to DR, Black equals an American, a Black American, right? What I want to get away from, hopefully one day, because this is the system that oppresses us and separates us, is the racial caste system in America as we use it today, which is a system of oppression. The 5 races, that is a system of oppression. I'm never saying that Black is bad. I look at Black as a culture. Black is a culture to me that, again, I am not privileged to. I'm not privileged to that. They're privileged to African culture, but I'm not privileged to Black culture, because their culture to me, Black culture is chattel. People who are descendants of chattel slavery in America had to create their own culture, which is Black culture in America. That's what it is. That's how I see it. Right?
Okay, so that way that
I'm not
know
negating
that
Africanness.
So this way that I know where that your brain is. So you're saying that there is ¿cómo se llama? Un diferente a los dos.
Yeah, there's a different diaspora. It's Black diaspora in America and African diaspora. Black diaspora can join in with the African diaspora, but there's no way that we can join in into the Black diaspora in America, because we do not identify, because that is their descendants of Black chattel slavery.
Let me pause this. Let me pause this. Continue, both of you. I'll be right back in 1 minute.
Okay, Ricardo.
Okay, está bien. Mira, I'm trying to keep it English, perdóname.
No, está bien.
So, una pregunta más. You were raised in the States, or you came from DR?
I've lived everywhere. So I've lived in the States and I've lived in DR too. So I've lived in New York, New Jersey, Florida, and DR.
Okay, so the question that I have for you. So when we are growing up, we are taught in schools, and again, though, it depends like what part you're from. So I
grew up in the Heights.
Okay. So for us, we're taught really early on, like a lot of like the injustices to Black Americans, right? We're taught so early, like all of the shit that America did, right? But we we come here only to see that it's not the same here, if that makes sense. Like so were you taught the things about like what happened with Black Americans?
Yes, I'm 43 years old. Like, yes, I lived, like, listen, New York City, right? There's Washington Heights, where Dominicans lived was Washington Heights, right? We also lived in Harlem. We also lived in the Bronx. We lived everywhere in the city, right? We lived with Black Americans. Like, those are our people. Like, hello, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
We lived with them. But
exactamente.
But we always called ourselves Dominican. This has not happened, raised by wolves, till recently. You know that. You're Boricua. Tú eres Boricua.
Sí, yo soy Boricua. Yo soy de Ponce.
Tú no dices que tú eres, you don't say you're Black, right? You say you're Boricua.
Okay, espérame. That was another big thing for me, because like when you come into the States, it's like every side wants you to put oh, you're white, or oh, you're Black, and
that's
it's like
point.
That was that was gonna be my other question for you. In the DR, were you taught that like your raza, like Hispanic is a race? Because for us, yeah, we were taught that Hispanic is a race. Hispanic is like una raza, you know. So when we came here to United States, we get really confused because we don't understand why, like back 20, 30 years ago, they didn't have the little check mark for Latino, right? It was always white, Black, Pacific Islander, or whatever the case may be. So for me, in the States, it has always been confusing. So that's what I was going to ask you. Was it like that for you guys too? You guys were taught that Hispanic is a race.
So I grew up in New York. Like, I was born in New York City. I lived in DR for 2 years only, right? Not even 2 years, like a year and a half. I was born in New York City, was raised in New York City, like up until 4th grade. Then I lived in DR for a year. Then when I moved back to the States, I lived in Jersey. I wasn't taught. I was always Dominican. Even my white friends, if I say to my white friends, I say, what are you? They'll be like, I'm Italian, fucking Scottish, and all that other shit, right? This was not although it was not pushed like this, right? It wasn't pushed like it is pushed today. So to me, when I came on TikTok, honestly, because I'm from the Northeast, in the Northeast, this is not something that is pushed, right? So when I came to TikTok and people are all of a sudden saying the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality, like, I always knew I'm Dominican, and people always knew by virtue of me being Dominican, I'm a woman of color, and they know that I'm what I am. Like, that's never been a question. I've never been called anti-Black. I've never been called racist. I've never been called all this other shit that I'm called here, simply because I say I'm Dominican. I respect Black as Black, but that's not who I am. But that doesn't give you the right to disrespect me because I say I'm not Black, right? This is what this means to people. Because I say I'm not Black, it gives them the right to everything I say out of my mouth is anti-Black. And if I have to defend myself when they're attacking me, I'm anti-Black. Like, it's become like a freaking disaster. It's become a disaster, and nobody could ever debate me on the topic. Nobody, because they get in their emotions.
I'm going to interject real quick to just say 2 things. For one, I want to ask you a question raised by Wolves, and then after that, I want to go over here to Queenbull to actually tell you how you do come across as anti-Black. Give me a minute. So I came in when I caught that you said something like Hispanic is a race.
No. I'm saying that when we were growing up, to us, it was taught like if it was a race. But then when you come to the States, you then figure it out like it's not a race. It's a culture, a background, ethnicity that is not a race. But what I'm saying is when we were younger, we were taught like raza is raza and that's it. You know, like we were not taught that. I don't know how to explain it.
No,
but
I get it.
Not anymore, but in the past, yeah. So when you come to America, it's confusing because it's like, what do you mean that I have to say that I'm white or I'm Black or I'm Native or a Pacific Islander? Like, why do I have to say? None of that made sense. That's what I'm saying is that, like in Puerto Rico, we're taught that, you know, you're raza. That's it.
Right. Which is false. But you're saying that that's what you were taught.
Yeah.
Great. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
But not
Yeah.
anymore, you know.
Right. Okay.
Times are changing.
Yeah. Right. So, Javon, you're gonna be next. Let me just give her some input, and then I'm gonna get you next. Let me express to you as a non-black person, that's not obviously not black. When I heard you say this particular thing, and you said a lot, but this particular thing that you said, that immediately I detected anti-blackness. Is yesterday when you said something along the lines of, and I'm gonna compare it to something that a cousin of mine who's Mexican said about a black woman that I was dating. All right, check me out. You said something along the lines of, I have a child with a black American man, but he is not dark, thankfully. That's anti-black.
Say thankfully. Don't do that.
Okay, well, how did you say it? Tell me como lo dijiste tú.
I know why. I don't even know why you're bringing this up when I explained why.
Because I said I'm explaining to you why people
I explained
perceive
it
you as
yesterday.
anti-black.
I explained it yesterday, right?
Okay,
I explained yesterday.
How did you say it then? If you say that,
I said to piss her off. This is what's to, and you even said to me, "Why are you even going to give in to that?" Did you not?
And I'm telling you why people perceive you as anti-black.
So to me, listen to me. When somebody, let's keep this very, very clear. When somebody is disrespecting me, I'm going to disrespect them back. Do you understand me? I'm never going to waver on that.
The point. I'm telling you.
No, that is the point. That is the reason why I said
The point is, now you see why people detect anti-blackness, because that literally is. And I'm going to give you an example. A couple of years back, I was dating a black girl. I showed my cousin to brag because she was fucking fine as hell. And so I told my cousin, bro, I'm dating her, whatever. And he said, she's cute for a black girl. That's not anti-black?
Listen.
No, yes or no?
I don't believe it. The anti-black thing is thrown around like it's candy. I don't respect it.
So that's not anti-black?
I don't respect it.
Yes, it is. It is.
He's gonna believe that. I'm not gonna believe that.
Okay. Anyway, I'm only sharing with you detection of anti-blackness. That's very I'm not even black, and that shit is offensive.
Okay. So I understand. I hear you, Ricardo. Please don't take this the wrong way. I hear you. I understand you. But to me, what honestly makes this so disingenuous, right? Let me tell you. That every single time I say something like this, nobody ever says what is said to me first, though, right? Nobody ever mentions the fact.
You're going to your emotions and about.
No, it's not emotions. I'm giving you the reason why.
No. I'm not gonna let you go there. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. You see, what you're gonna try to say is, "Oh, she insulted me first, and so I insulted her in this fashion to piss her off." Let me tell you. Let me tell you why that's wrong. Because if an individual that happens to be black disrespects me as a person, and I say you effing N-word, why does all of them have to pay for this person?
So what's emotions is what you said. That's what's emotions. Because
that's what you did. That's what you did. You said I said that. Wait. You said, I said that to her to piss her off. That's emotional.
Yeah. So she shouldn't have said something to piss me off.
So you offended an entire people.
Listen,
because
I'm
one
sure
person
the
pissed you off.
People were not offended.
So now you're wondering, you're here scratching your head. You're here scratching your head, wondering why everybody think I'm anti-black. I'm telling you.
I'm sure an entire people were not offended, because now you're making a statement about of an entire people that you're not even a part of.
Okay. How about this? Hold on, honey.
The hell?
Let me ask a question to the comment section and all the viewers.
Oh, of course, they're all gonna say yes because they all hate me.
So know
why do you think you have 700 people here?
So 700 people.
It's because I'm here.
That's not true.
What I depicted was that anti-black, that she insulted somebody using racial and or color insults.
Do you want me to apologize?
I'm explaining to you, Queen. Te estoy explicando por qué la gente te mira como si eres así.
I still won't respect that because it's stupid.
Okay,
it's stupid.
But I'm only telling you whether you want to accept.
Right to tell me that.
Whether you want to accept or
You
not,
have your right to
eso
say
no es
what you
mi
have to
pedo.
say. Because I don't believe in race, so I don't believe in anti-black.
Eso no es mi pedo. I'm only sharing with you why people perceive you at that. With that said, I'm going to Javon now.
Thank you,
Javon.
Ricardo.
What's up, Ricardo? So I was in your live actually yesterday. I was listening to the conversation. I didn't come to address QB. I've debated QB before. That's the one thing I will address her on. And she lost that debate when it came to this particular topic because she also tried to tell me that I'm not black.
No. Listen, we're gonna. Espérame, Javon. Queen, we're not gonna interrupt him.
Literally said he's not addressing me, but then he said he debated me and I lost.
Okay, he's gonna address you. Let him say what he's gonna say and finish, and then you could have your time to respond. Go ahead, Javon.
Right. So there was 460 people in there, but so I came in here because I had a mutual mind shed his light on me saying that she was saying that Taínos don't exist, and so I just want to give like a little brief backstory on that. Exist? So
you're Dominican or Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Dale.
So, of course, for those that don't know the history, obviously, in 1492, a Borican, before they called the island Puerto Rico, they colonized the island by way of Spaniards entering said island, unaliving Taino people. And not just in Puerto Rico, but also in Haiti and Jamaica, etc., and in the Dominican Republic. But they referred to the island as Hispaniola at that time. So there's a major erasure of Taino Arawakan people. However, there are still Taino people that exist today, right? And so when I have shared panels with either Queenbull or other people from out of the Hispanic or Latino communities, they erase blackness as a whole, right? So blackness for black people, regardless of you are from the Americas, the Caribbean, from the continent of Africa, if you're from Australia, etc., it is different for all of us. I have told her personally today that she would be classified little soy negra, right? Which is the translation of black into Spanish because of how she phenotypically presents. Now, if she doesn't want to subscribe to race, whatever, cool. That's cool beans. But everything that comes from out of your mouth when it pertains to this conversation, your soy is anti-black. So when we talk about how black people are perceived, La Amara Negra, like Celia Cruz, like all of the black people who are pioneers when it comes to talking about blackness within the Hispanic and Latino communities, they have professed a lot, not just in their music, not just in what they do in entertainment, but Jocelyn Hernandez, another black woman who is of Puerto Rican descent, who was born in the island of Puerto Rico, who has said on many of occasions that she is black, but she is also a Puerto Rican woman. Why? Because she acknowledges her blackness. Same with other like Cardi B and other individuals. I am born and raised from the Bronx as well. And everything she said when it comes to racial classification, how they classify, I know Dominican and Puerto Rican people, Ricardo, that say that they are black next to me. When I was as young as 5, I was saying that I was black and Puerto Rican because I didn't know, right, that at that time Puerto Rican was not a race, it was an ethnicity. I got corrected with education.
Nationality.
Correct. So when we have these conversations of all that and how race is classified, mejora la raza, which means to better the race when you translate from Spanish to English, is erasure of blackness because of colonization that has happened in the Hispanic and Latino communities. There's a artwork that depicts mejora la raza of a grandmother and her family. When you get to the husband, he is literally a white man because of the erasure that has been done upon the family and what has continued to go on in colonizing our people. So when I hear her up here, and she was up here yesterday, committing erasure to black people, this is not a debate. I will never sit here and debate blackness amongst black people. She needs to understand that amongst Haitian people, which Haiti is considered the first Latino country, right? The first Latino country of black people. So what I'm just curious about, Mira, is we've had our conversation, right? And so you've told me you're Puerto Rican, you're not black, right? And so I've told you that's not true. Two things can exist at once. You did though. It's all right, beloved. I can send the recording. I have it in my phone. I've told you publicly. Actually, no, it's on my page. I'll send it to him. I've told you publicly that when it comes when it comes to this particular conversation of blackness is everywhere. Just like how they're doing Kamala Harris and trying to erase her blackness while she is a South Asian woman. She's a black woman who went to Howard University and has lived as a black woman while also embracing her South Asian culture. That's the same for me and other black Latinos and Hispanic people that live within blackness and the black culture. African American people are a subsection of ethnicity within black people. Just like Jamaican American people, Haitian American people, Cuban American people, etc. Blackness did not start in the Americas, beloved. It started in Africa, in the continent of Africa, and the Caribbean. In 1619, 1453 was the construction of race, right? By Gomez de Zarada and other individuals who took and constructed race in different forms and different creeds. So today in 2024, when we talk about race as a whole, the black people on the panel that are telling you, like I've told you early on this year when we had our debate, when we had these conversations in Bold's Live, in your space, etc., is blackness is subjective to black people, but blackness is still a thing and it will always be a thing amongst Hispanic and Latino people when we have helped to build certain islands like Hispaniola, like Borican, and other Caribbean islands. You cannot deny the fact of blackness when we talk about just the same with indigenous people. They have also, our indigenous brothers and sisters have also helped to build our nations. This is something that we have talked about, but she's disingenuous in these conversations because she was taught that blackness is negative by the colonizer, like many people within our culture. They teach you that, and that's something that her and the other woman that's up here, is that blackness is negative because of the colonizer. When they see people like the black woman down here who's dark skinned and the brother above me who's dark skinned, that's what they equate blackness to. When they see me, they think that I have a white parent. Both of my parents are monoracially black. My mother is a black Puerto Rican woman. My grandmother was a black Puerto Rican woman. May God rest her soul. So land my plane and she can respond. I have no shade, no disrespect. My only
Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love.
Hold on. I didn't land my plane. Hold on, beloved. I didn't land my plane. I didn't, beloved.
I thought you was at
forever.
JFK,
I had to educate you. It was past the misinformation. No, BCC, beloved. But to land my plane, to land my plane, I'm gonna appreciate the anti-blackness of giving vitriol to the black women up here, because all of them have their different experiences within it. One of them up here who have talked to you yesterday were Haitian, and so they're also Latino. Regardless if you want to accept that or not, they are also Latino next to us. I now land my plane.
Wipe your mouth, Javon. You ate, baby.
Okay, so first and foremost, let's correct you. I never said anything about Tainos. As a matter of fact, what I said was, you need to listen. And whoever's bringing you these informations,
Escúchame.
They need to listen.
Escúchame.
Escucha, sí, okay. Escucha. You need some practice in your Spanish too, my boo-boo.
Just go ahead, boo.
I'll help you.
Go ahead, boo. It's okay.
Okay, so what I said was Puerto Rico. Now, I know you're struggling with that, but we got
That's fine. Go ahead.
Puerto Rico, the slave trade did not reach the island.
It did.
For a long time after it reached Hispaniola, yes or no?
It did.
Thank you.
It reached Hispaniola in Brazil. It reached Hispaniola in Brazil.
Thank you.
1619. It began.
I want to have a conversation with you, Javon.
It began in West and Central Africa.
I actually like you, Javon. You know me and you. We never had real beef like that. Okay, that's what I said. I actually said Puerto Ricans are Euro-indigenous mostly. In places like
That's
Loaiza.
Not true. How would they wait? Ay, Dios mío.
In places like Loaiza, it's very much a very thick, rich African ancestry. I'm not saying that you don't have it all over the island, but the slave trade, not slaves brought here and there. I mean, an actual slave trade.
But that's what they did, beloved.
Wait, let me finish. Did not start in Puerto Rico. So way after it started in Dominican Republic, in Hispaniola. Why? Because we were geographically, it was better for sugarcane production. So why, as a slave, as a colonizer, would you bring slaves to work an island that was not productive? when it came to sugar canes instead of bringing them to the island that was? No, logical question. Not even, it's not anti-black. It's not any of that. It's a fact.
Beloved, escucha.
No.
Answer
my question.
No, repítame. Repeat what you just said.
Okay, so why? Like I pose this question to people who don't believe what I'm saying or who don't think logically.
We talked about this
before.
I'm
the colonizer, right? I reach a place. I find this place, right? Oh my God! Look at all these people here. Let's grape and pillage them, right? Let's also. Oh, this is a great place to to cultivate sugarcane. Who are we gonna bring to do sugarcane? The Africans, right? This is why the Africans came to Hispaniola first, which was geographically, the soil, the earth was a lot better for sugarcane production. When they went to Puerto Rico, it was not. So therefore, they did not bring slaves there till later. Correct?
But you acknowledge slaves was brought there.
Of course.
So
the issue was colonization. The first person thought I said that colonization, that Puerto Rico wasn't colonized. That's what they thought I said. That was incorrect. I did say they were. Then they thought that I said that slavery never went there. I said slavery went there hundreds of years later. I corrected myself. It was 100 years later, not hundreds.
So wait, your argument is that the slave trade in Puerto Rico and Hispaniola didn't start until what year?
So the slave trade in Hispaniola started first in the 1500s.
We agree.
And then in Puerto Rico in the 1600s.
Yeah, 1619. Yes.
Thank you.
Is that what you said prior to? Because they're in the comments saying that you're lying.
Wait, Javon, I don't know why somebody told you that I said Tainos never existed in Puerto Rico. Is that what they told you?
That's you was erasing Taino people of today.
Never. That never happened here.
So let me just say this, and I want to respond.
No, are you going to acknowledge that never happened here?
That never happened where?
In this live. I've never said that in my life.
I left and I was sent the live to come back.
No, I've never said that in my life, and I did not say that in this live.
You said they were wiped. They're saying that you said that they were wiped out completely.
I said that about my island.
Of Dominican Republic.
I said that about Hispaniola, that Christopher Columbus came and wiped us out. And then I was corrected. Wait. And then I was corrected. And then I said almost completely. I said almost completely. Because I have 6% indigeneity. 6%. Right? So that's almost completely wiped out. That's not completely wiped out because I have indigeneity in me. So that's not completely wiped out. Right? Never have I said I'm not African. Never have I said Africans ain't shit. Never have I said I'm black. Never have I said I'm white. Never have I said Taino Indians weren't there. The problem that we are having here is the fact that my tone is a problem. Number one, that's a problem. Number two, I don't claim a race. Because if I was saying I'm black, this would be a whole different conversation. A whole different conversation. But the only reason I'm not saying I'm black is because I choose not to participate in the racial construct, in the social caste system that we have in America today. This is why we are arguing here. Do you guys not see it? I love Haiti. I love Haitians. I love black people. I love African. I love you all. I love you all. Like literally, I just don't like being labeled. I'm unlabelable. I'm labelable. I don't practice that. I'm not teaching my kids that. I don't check boxes. I think that the way to end this is to stop doing it and fight a common cause together. Let's fight together. Once we stop looking at color on our skin, we will start working together because I don't dislike any of you. Literally, I don't dislike any of you. This person down here, she's from my country, right? But she didn't learn who she was till later. That's not my problem. That is not my problem. I learned who I was growing up, right? My grandmother taught me who I was growing up. I don't have the problem she has. And I don't discount her problems, but she cannot come up here and say that I hate myself, which is what she does. And that is what the white man wants us to do. They want us to say that a woman of color hates herself. Really? Because I don't use the word that they want me to use for myself? Like, really think about what you're saying, ma'am. Like, honestly, I really want you to understand what I'm saying.
People, solo hay Javon ahorita, ¿ok? ¿Ya acabaste?
No, Javon, me and Jay. So I addressed the Taino thing. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. I never said that. What else you said, Javon? You didn't drive. You dropped and you left, and you said you were gonna have dinner. And you never came back. And I'm still asking if you finished your sandwich.
Okay.
You still didn't come back.
So we did debate, actually. It's on my page,
But
actually.
then you said you were going to go eat and then never came back.
But we debated, though. Did we not?
Did. And I dragged you.
You did.
Right.
I educated you. Did I not?
It's all right. No, you didn't educate me.
But I did. You said I wasn't black. I was Puerto Rican. See?
But no. But listen. We will continue that later in another live because he doesn't want stuff from other lives coming in here. What else did you say, Javon? That I'm anti-black? If I don't believe in the concept of race, what I am is I'm anti-asshole. I'm anti-asshole. If you're an asshole to me, I'm gonna be an asshole to you. Do we understand that?
So is it so let me ask something. So it's okay because none of the black women up here were being assholes.
Oh no, they were. They were.
They were? I was here the whole time actually when the live
I know you weren't, but they were. I was the first person on this panel.
True,
and let me just give you a little historical context of this panel. I came up here a few hours ago and it was me and it was Ricardo. And we were talking about our last encounter where he dropped me and we squashed the beef, right? Mm-hmm. Then mi amor came up and he's a Dominican man and we had a conversation where I told him where he told me yesterday that I needed to heal. We squashed that beef too. And then all of a sudden, all shit went to hell because I said that I don't believe in the concept of race. But people think that when I say that, I'm saying that I don't like black people. No, I just don't believe in the concept of race that people are participating in.
But just because, but I told you this, right? Like, just because you don't perceive or believe in it, that's like saying that you don't believe in colorism, that you don't believe in trans or homophobia.
I said I believe in colorism.
Those still exist. But what I'm saying,
colorism is not race.
So how, wait. No. Hold on. No. We're not going to be facetious in this conversation. Hold on. Stop. You cannot acknowledge colorism existing because it branches off from racism. It literally branches off of the concept of racism itself, where dark-skinned black people, indigenous people, Asian people, and Pacific Islander people experience colorism. So what are we doing? And you know for a fact, being from New York City, both of us living, that there have been colorism around us since we was kids. Right? You may be older, but I myself, being a kid, I have laughed at colorist jokes, especially but amongst Hispanic and Latino people. I have literally seen my dark-skinned friends get called African booty scratcher because of how they look. They called you African booty scratcher?
A million times in my life.
They wouldn't know. And I don't mean that. And I'm like I said, I'm not going to say.
Literally a million times.
They would call people like me and you. They would say that we're fresh off the boat. There'll be xenophobia. Or they'll call us yellow boat. Right?
So
they call
do you
us
understand?
banana.
Let me tell you who was the most hateful to me. I'm going to tell you right now who were the most hateful people to me growing up.
You're going to say black people?
African American women, yes.
How? Wait, stop. No. Wait.
100%. So now you're shitting on my experience.
Wait,
so now you're
let me
shitting on my
wait.
experience.
We're not being serious. So you're saying
So
you're saying that the African American woman the black woman who's coming here, who has told you about their experiences. I live in the Bronx. Beloved, I am in the Bronx right now. Down the block is 149 Sheets on the Boulevard, the 6th trade.
I'm 43.
19 bus stop is directly outside my crib.
You're in your 20s. You're
and
shitting
I've been here my whole life.
Now.
You left.
This is why
Did
I don't
you
like
not?
talking about this. You see what I mean?
Why not? You've been here. Me and you have different experiences. I'm not. Did I say that you are not valid in what you? I didn't say that. I'm saying that you can't. How are you going to say and say that for? Why though? Why is that the reason?
In the 80s. Javon,
that doesn't matter. Where they were super colorist and anti-black more than what they are now.
So what you mean to tell me is this: that I'm going to tell you my experience, and you're going to shit on it. Why? Because I don't call myself black.
Let me ask Ricardo. Did I tell her that she was invalid for her experience?
Because I don't call myself black.
See, hear me, right? You told me, escúchame. Listen, real quick. I didn't say that. What I told you was, why is it that African American women specifically gave you ritual growing up in the Bronx in New York City?
I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm listening.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Go ahead.
I went to school. I was bullied, and I went home. I was typically a good kid. I was very quiet. I was very quiet.
You was?
Very quiet. Yes, I was.
I grew up around Dominicans and Puerto Ricans my whole life.
No, listen. I was very quiet. Especially this would happen to me when I lived in the Bronx, right?
Oh, okay.
Not in the Heights, right? So when I lived in the Bronx, this was the case, Javon. You cannot honestly, I don't even know, This is one thing I've never said on this app. And I'm saying it right now. Okay. Because you are literally sitting here and saying that it doesn't happen.
I didn't say that.
I think it's so out of this world. They do it to immigrants. They do it to what? We literally had a woman yesterday say that it happened to her. She identified as black. Like, and Haitians, and it happens. It happens. Come on. Like, let's talk about why it happened. I don't even give a fuck it happened. I moved on. I don't dwell. So this is my problem. My only issue is this. I've been sitting here for a few hours. I came up, I was the first person up here with Ricardo. Me and Ricardo have our little back and forth for different reasons. And every single time I've come on his live has been to discuss that, right? Discuss that back and forth I've had with him. Which is and you know the beef I have with him is that he looks at Dominicans that don't identify with race different than Dominicans that do, right? It's because it's not understood. It's not understood, right? So we'll talk about that later, Ricardo. You know that's the beef. So
there is no beef, but go.
There is no beef, right? But when we've had our back and forth, it's been about that. And yesterday when I came up on this live, it was about the race social construct in America. Why are people fucking arguing with me about this? Why? We should all be on the same page. We literally should be on the same page about this. And if you're not on the same page, it's because you are indoctrinated. You're indoctrinated. You want to believe the Democrat fucking plantation that they're building right now for all of us. Literally. I'm saying things that are real. If you want to call yourself black, call yourself black. But don't tell me I cannot call myself black and then fucking attack me because I don't. And everything.
Uh-oh.
Everything I say is anti-black because I'm fucking defending myself when fucking assholes come up here to bring up shit from other lives because their feelings got hurt because they were talking about my kids. When you talk about my kids, I'm going to drag you all over the world. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't care. And no mother should be able to fucking fault me for that up here. None. Nobody should fault me for that shit. But because I'm Dominican, right? And I'm proud. All of a sudden I hate Haitians. All of a sudden I hate black people. All of a sudden I hate this. All of a sudden people put words in my mouth. He came up here thinking I was talking about Tainos. Never did that. Like, people don't listen. Oli, I'm going to give you that. We had a little tiff before, but at least you've been patient. You've been fucking respectful. But honestly, I really want somebody to come up here and really understand my argument. I don't hate none of y'all. If I come at you, it's because you're disrespecting me first. You're telling me I hate myself. You're telling me I need to get educated. You're telling me I need therapy. Like,
you know what that sounds like? It's the same as me saying, man, I don't got nothing against you black folks, but I don't want y'all living in my neighborhood. It's the same thing. You see, let me tell you why. Because first you say, I don't hate y'all, but what?
So I ain't shit. Even though I'm a woman of color, they could talk to me however they want to, and I'm not supposed to defend myself.
See, why are you getting emotional?
Because that's exactly what's happening, Ricardo.
I'm giving you an example.
Everybody who's come up here has come up here to talk to me. I don't know any of them.
Why can't you defend yourself without bringing my name?
Hold on, everybody. No.
I'm gonna mute because this is crazy.
Everyone.
I'll let the next person go.
Mute yourself. Yeah. Javon, ¿ya acabaste?